That's good. Oh, sorry. Well, the purpose of this video was to, sorry, I was eating some ribs. The purpose of this meeting was to share with you guys what we wanted to share with you Sunday at the home group meeting. One of the things we wanted to share with you was some ribs. Man, those are good. Sorry you missed that. Well, with the storm, the winter storm that came through, or we thought would come through, we canceled our home group meeting. But I wanted to get to you as home group pastors and leaders some important information about what's coming up this winter. We were going to solicit or elicit some feedback from you about this past study and the study before that, the work we've done in Torah. What I've been hearing directly is that it's been very effective, that it's really shaping your home groups, but we don't assume that that's true for every group. So we really would like to hear from you. One, how are the sermons and the home groups working together? Two, how is the format working? Are you having any issues? And if so, please get those to us. You can email me at mgolden@lakevalleychurch.com. I'll have the email put right there. Or you can email Brian Shipman, who manages the Right Now Media portion of that training. That's his email address right there. So email us how the process is working. Is the training good? How can we make that better for you, more accessible, and valuable for you as a home group pastor? Another thing we wanted to let you know about and begin to pray about is we just launched a new home group, and it's a beta test for an idea. And the idea is this: that as a group goes through Discovery 2, that group stays as a home group, and we as leaders take that group on for 6 months to a year. And the goal is to raise up a leader from within that group. So for a year, I'll be doing this first group. I'll be training that group in basically Lake Valley culture, our doctrine and theology beyond what they learn in Discovery 2. A lot of the important, intangible things about Lake Valley, we hope they'll catch in this year, and then we'll try to identify a leader in that group, and hopefully that group will stay together. Pray for that, because leadership is always an issue. As people come to the church, we have trouble always finding them in a group. So pray about that, and hopefully that'll be a way we can launch some home groups in the future. It's probably not going to be the only way, and it's not the only solution, but we wanted to include you in that and just get you to pray for it. The last thing I want to share with you is that we are launching, or we did launch last Sunday, and we were hoping to get together and talk about this, but we are launching the next series of home group lessons and sermons. They'll go together again, and they are on a 2-week rotation, and that began last Sunday, January the 11th. So if you want to get on schedule with your home group, the 18th would be the first home group lesson that has both sermons. So if you look at, like we've been doing in your community update, you'll notice that you have a set of 2 questions. One is for January the 11th, the sermon that Drew just preached, that's right there. And then January 18th, that's the sermon that will be preached this coming Sunday. These will be your default home group lesson questions. Someone's trying to reach me. Your home group lessons for, let me just turn that off. Home group lessons for this next series. Now, this series is based in the practices of Jesus that we believe are rooted in his rich, robust understanding of Torah. So there'll be, we'll talk about prayer. We're going to talk about study, learning, memorization. We're going to talk about taking risks, faith steps. We're going to talk about the community, generosity, and then we'll kind of sum that up. And just so you as leaders know what we're hoping that will come out of this is that as a church, we develop some really strong convictions about what the early practices of the church were. We want to really own those as a church and express them in a way that fits our culture, but also stretches us. So I thought Drew did a great job last Sunday talking about prayer, practicing his presence, kind of reframing prayer away from this formal idea, but more of an experience of the presence of God. And Lamar did a fantastic job setting up the series as a whole. So if you missed either of those sermons, I really encourage you to watch those on YouTube or listen to them on the podcast. Now that would have been the sermon from January 11th, this past Sunday, and then January the 4th, the Sunday before that. So we're going to email you this training. With this email will come a schedule, so you can kind of see what we're doing, how long this is going to last. It will take us through Easter, and so this is the default study. If you want to do something different, you're always welcome to do that. Let's talk about it as a staff and as a home group pastor. Just make sure that it's that it accomplishes what you hope it will. But as a home group pastor, you have a lot of latitude in knowing what your group needs, and we want you to take that ownership. As a church, we think this series is very important, and it's formative for us as a body. So unless you really feel a strong leading by the Spirit, we encourage you to do this study, but you always have the latitude to do what God's leading you to do. I think that's all the things I need to cover. I'm sure I missed some things. I just wanted to get you some quick information. If you got any questions about schedule, once you get this and look at this little spreadsheet we're going to send you, you're welcome to look at that. And look forward to walking through this series with you. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.